I'm a home inspector.
He's got a flashlight in his hand, crawling on the floors like a
Because
desert
this is where
man.
shit happens.
Pipes and wires, he's got the plan. Nobody sharper than Inspector Dan. He's climbing roofs in the Arizona sun, inspecting homes till the job is done. Inspector Dan in Gilbert Town, he won't let your new house let you down. From the attic to the ground, he's the sharpest guy around. Termites lurking in the dark, foundation cracks, he'll leave no mark. AC humming or a spark, Dan's the guy who hits the mark. He's scanning walls for secrets they hide, keeping your dream home safe inside. Inspector Dan in Gilbert Town, he won't let your new house let you down. From the attic to the ground, he's the sharpest guy around.
So yeah, I wrote down a few questions to ask you and stuff, but nothing crazy. Do you like the glasses?
Dude, those are awesome. Where'd you get those?
I think my mom got them for me for Christmas. But I like to bring them out when I have guests like you over, so nobody can roofie me. You know?
Oh yeah.
It's
Well,
a
I have
good
no
idea.
intentions of roofing you, so just
But man, it's been a minute. When did you move into your house? We had the inspection just a couple months ago, right?
yeah, it was at the middle of July, right? I believe I moved in 2 weeks after we had the inspection, 3 weeks after we had the inspection.
That quickly.
Yeah, it was pretty quick. They were still like packing the house up and like leaving.
Oh, there's tons of stuff there.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did the inspection, and then I think 3 weeks later I moved in. But now I'm pretty well settled. I've been there 2 months now. It's pretty good.
Any surprises since you moved in?
The only thing that was surprising, they turned the drip system off, but they didn't just shut the box off. They shut the main off at the hose, and I was like, what? Anyway, so
It's like the main irrigation valve?
yeah, it was great. I had to figure that one out, and then I was like, why is it not working? Because I turned the box on, and then I went down to the valve, and I was like, I can hear the solenoid clicking,
Right.
and like there's no water flow, and I went and looked. I was like, oh,
The valve was off.
it's off. Yeah, so they shut everything off. No, it's a really good house actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quiet.
Built in the 2000s, right?
18.
2000,
Sorry, 19.
2019. Yeah, so it's only like 6 years old. So that's amazing down here because you're going to have another 15, 20 years on the roof before you have to replace that. Hopefully you got another 6, 8 years on your AC system. But, you know, it's Arizona. The sun takes its toll on all that stuff. But just remember, in a few years, you'll have to get the roof looked at. The underlayment is the most important thing to look at. So it doesn't matter what the tiles look like on the top. It's all that underneath that kind of waterproofs everything. That's your big thing to worry about. But that's probably going to cost you $8,000 to $10,000 when it comes up. So be prepared for that. Most roofing companies will do like a financing option or something like that. Same with air conditioning companies, but there's good and bad companies out there. Do you have any like references to air conditioners or roofers down in Florence?
The only roofers I know, I used to work with, I don't even know the name of the company. I'll have to get back to you on that. But I used to work with my boss when I worked at AutoZone. Her husband owns a roofing company. He's a general contractor too, but mostly they do roofing.
Good.
I'll get the name and I'll shoot it to you so you can tag them later. But yeah, no, it's a good house. I like it. It's a very quiet neighborhood. There's nothing, nothing like no surprises. I'm trying to monitor like humidity in the house as much as I can because I remember you're like, humidity is the killer for everything. So I remember that you were like, oh, they had plants in the house because it was elevated quite a bit. It's down to like 40 or 30 now ish.
That's good.
Yeah, so
That's good.
it's pretty decent. It stays cold too.
Really?
Yeah, oh yeah. I set it to like 76, and I'm like, dude, it's cold in here. It's like legit cold.
That's good. That's good because you're gonna want that in July. Next year, hopefully, it's not quite as hot as this year. This year was brutal, man. I don't know. if you look around, there's like pine trees dying all over the place. There's dead pine trees everywhere. There was last year too, but I think this year it even got worse. Do you remember how we met?
We met when we worked in the gun store.
Yeah.
I remember when you got hired, because it used to just be Chris and Derek, and then I was coming in like regularly, and I wouldn't even like do anything. I would just come in to hang out at the shop. And then I was like, hey, he's like, why don't you just come? Chris was like, why don't you just come work for me? And then he hired you and me. I think you got hired like a month before I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were like you're like an advisor, right? And you're like for like business things.
That's what they hired me as.
Yeah.
It was one of those weird situations. Jeff actually hired me.
Oh, really? It wasn't Chris?
Chris had nothing to do with it. It was all Jeff. I think it was ZipRecruiter. I think they found me on ZipRecruiter. Really? And I was just looking for an office job, and I came from selling guns in Southern Oregon at the pawn store, and I was like, this would be a good fit. And I think he wanted me to kind of run the online sales and things like that. But I remember you would come in, you were a regular dude. You would come in and just pick up stuff, be like, what's this? How does this work? How does this go on? Man, you're just full of questions all the time.
Oh yeah.
It was good for the first 2 hours. And then it was like, oh my God, Darren, come on, man. But once you got there, man, you're super helpful and knowledgeable. Looking back at that now, it was just like a crazy deal, because you remember the credit card scandal?
Oh yeah, dude, I remember that. That was nuts.
That was right when we started.
I know, I remember that.
Because that was like the first thing that I dove into.
Yeah, and you were like, I remember like just the bewilderment was crazy. I was just like,
I didn't even know how to approach him about it. How do you go up to him and be like, dude, you're not collecting money on your merchant payments? That was going on for quite a while. It was just, it sucked, man. It sucked because I had to break the news to him. Mm-hmm. And then, instead of learning the business, I spent the first 2 months just trying to collect money from people, and, Mm-hmm. That was fun though. I miss those days.
No, dude, I do miss it too, a lot. Because like there was way less stress in my life than there is now. It was a good time. It was a good time in my life, I think, because I met like you and all the people at the shop, and dude, we've been friends for forever. I've been like, since then, like since leaving there, I became an aircraft mechanic, and I've been super busy working stupid shifts, so it's really hard to like hang out with people.
Right.
But I appreciate like all that time and like all the friendships I gleaned from there, for sure.
Yeah, man, we would have people coming in and out all day, and you knew most of them by first name. Mm-hmm. The gun world is kind of goofy that way.
Yeah, it is.
You get some guys that are just like, that's all they want to do is build guns all day long. Mm-hmm.
I built a lot of them in there. I built a lot of guns at the shop. Good times.
And then packing up the hundreds of boxes
and
shipping them to TAC fire.
Yeah, or getting stuff and like having to sort through shipments of stuff and parts, and just massive quantities of like one piece of each thing. And you're just like, make sure eyes go crossed after a couple hours. I figure it out.
It was fun though.
It was really fun.
Do you miss Zeus?
Yeah, dude.
Do you remember him?
Yeah. Pretty wild.
He was a big dog.
Big guy. Freaking, I miss everybody at the shop, dude. And all the, everything that Chris went through,
Yeah.
With his mom and his little brother. That was nuts. And it's such in a short time span too. Yeah. Later on. But
yeah. It was a tough year for him.
Oh my God, dude. Crazy.
No doubt. Did you ever go to Vegas with them?
No. I never got to go out of state, but they were like, that was just a time, from what I understand. I did the local stuff around here, and they did like the Callies and the Vegas gun shows, and I was like, but dude, here we met the Sister Wives guy.
Yeah, Cody.
Yeah, he was walking around like, and he goes, hey, that's the guy, and I'm like, I don't know. I was like, I'll just say what's up to him. Like, and he had like a whole entourage like moving with him and stuff, but I was just like, how's it going? Oh, hey. So he's a normal dude, but he's just kind of odd. But like that people know him, so they're just like, ah.
Did you touch his hair?
I did not touch his hair.
Good.
No. I didn't even want to like shake his hand or nothing. I was just like, I didn't even know about anything about the show, about nothing. I just know that Chris was just like, dude, that's the Sister Wives guy, and I'm like, I'm gonna go say hi to him because I don't care. I'll talk to anyone.
Right. Yeah, that was you back in the day. You would talk to everybody.
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 Doesn't matter who it was.
That's what brought a smile to my face so many days. You would just walk up to people and just start talking to them. And be like, oh my God. To have that kind of just like confidence to go start conversations about anything and everything, you know? It's a good quality to have, man. They needed more of that at the shop to make more sales.
I feel like everyone at the shop was really reserved. Like everybody's, like other than me, everybody was really, really. Oh, and Chris's mom, but yeah, she was more like background. But yeah, dude, and everybody at the shop was like real reserved, and I was just like,
just out there,
just outgoing for like whatever. I didn't talk to anyone.
Yeah, yeah. Stores like that need that though.
Yeah,
they need a front man to kind of like be a face man.
I found later in life that like. People don't like that for some reason. Like people are intimidated by like just going up to them and start talking. They'll just be like, why are you talking to me right now? Get away from me. People get like real nervous about it, especially today, like this day and age. Everybody's
got a bubble, right? Everybody's got a bigger bubble than the next person. And you know, my buddy Randy was like that a lot, man. He was so outgoing. He would just walk up to people and talk to them. And I was like, man, if you're gonna hire somebody for a business to be your salesman, something like that, somebody to just go out and start conversations, he was the guy to do it. And you remind me a lot of that. Did you hear that they're filming Super Troopers 3?
No.
They're filming Super Troopers 3.
Oh, we're gonna go see it, right?
I hope so.
Me, you, all the gang. We'll get the gang back together.
I want to get Chris and Derek and who else was there? Bino
was there. That was a night I shoved like 7 chicken tenders in my pocket and walked past the ticket guy.
Dude, I love that night. I'll never forget that night.
It was great. It was insane.
But I don't blame you. I mean, it was the weirdest thing to see you pulling chicken fingers out. But afterwards, I was like, dude, there were probably $25 worth of chicken fingers. Yeah. And we had like 2 minutes to eat them.
Yeah. Well, we went to the game arcade, and I was like, I'm gonna order chicken fingers. I was like, anybody want chicken fingers? Everyone's like, yeah. And then I ate like 3 of them, and then I was like, you guys gonna eat? And they're like, nope. And they're like, all right, the movie starts in 10 minutes. We gotta go. And I'm like,
we're leaving.
I crumpled the whole thing. I think it was 10 chicken tenders, and I put like 7 of them into my cargo pocket, and it was all greasy at the bottom.
I didn't even know you did it until the movie started. And you just pull out a chicken finger, and I'm like, what the hell? That was great, though. That was great.
We ought to go see it, dude.
I'm glad you did that.
That was funny.
Next time, it'll be a bacon cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Shove that down your pants.
And the fries. You got to have the fries on top.
That was Chris's birthday party. We went out to.
We went to Cornish downtown, and oh my God! And that's when we were drinking. We were drinking what the Guinness with the Jameson in it, and the Baileys.
Irish car bomb.
Yeah. I drank like 6 of those, and I couldn't figure out how to walk afterward because it's like church pews. I got up and I like fell over, and like one of the doorman guys was like, "Hey, what's up with your buddy?" I was like, "Oh, he just tripped getting up. He's got to go to the bathroom. We'll be right back." And then Chris walks me to the bathroom, and he's like, "Dude, you need to be sober. You need to like act sober." And I was like, "My legs aren't working. Help." So they're like, "All right," and walked me back and like sat down. I was like, "I'm not getting up again. It's not happening."
Yeah, car bombs will kill you.
It was insane.
Last time I did those, I was in Ohio, and yeah, I had the same experience though. I don't remember the rest of the night. I was only like 3 into it though. 6 is brutal. Well,
we had a couple of drinks, I think, just like normal, whatever. I think I had like a beer, and then they were just ordering rounds, and then everybody was like, "Oh, cool," and then they kept ordering rounds of them, and everybody would drink theirs, and then there'd be like one left, and be like, they would just slide it down the end of the table to me. So I drank like 6 of them in like an hour, and I was blitzed.
Send it to the garbage disposal. Send it down the road. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's a lot of alcohol to drink in one night.
It's not like we didn't do it before. Yeah. Oh man! And then we made the beer bong at Chris's house, and then somebody poured a homegirl poured rosé in it one night. She poured like half a bottle of rosé down the beer bong, and I was like, but I don't remember her name. Blonde lady.
Did she survive?
I think so. All I remember is the beer tasted like rosé afterward. I was like, this is disgusting.
Yeah. Talking about car movies, what's your favorite car movie of all time?
Probably Smokey and the Bandit.
I was going to guess that.
It's got to be it, because I've seen it like, I don't know, 400 times.
Yeah.
Me and my dad used to watch it all the time. Gone Too Soon. Big D. like during the summertime when I was a kid, we had a pool, and everybody else would be doing other stuff. Me and my dad, we would do pool maintenance, and we do pool maintenance, cut the grass, and we watch Smokey and the Bandit. And then he would drink beer, and then we'd get in the pool and just hang out all fucking day.
Which one? First one, second one?
The first one. Always, yeah.
The
And
original.
then after I became of age, it was the same thing, but we were both drinking beer. And we'd be in the pool all day. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And I miss being a kid. Being a kid was awesome.
It was so like you didn't have to worry about anything.
No, I didn't. It was great.
Now you have to worry about everything.
Yeah, and people rely on you for stuff.
Right?
Damn, it's crazy.
How's that feel getting your first utility bill at your house?
It wasn't bad. The first one I got, I think, was the electric. They didn't want to turn it on. I told you about that?
No.
Was it water? I was setting up the water or the electricity on the first day, and then I was like, "Hey, I need my electricity turned on," and they're like, "Oh, okay, we're gonna do this and that," and no, it was the water. I called the electricity. They hooked it up, and then the water. I was like, "Hey, can you guys come and hook my water up?" And it was like a Sunday. I was moving in, but it was like one of those days in July where it was like only 80 degrees outside.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, I have to do it today or tomorrow because there was like 2 days where I could do it. And I was like, "Hey, can you come hook my water up?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, we'll be out on first time we can come out is on Wednesday." And I'm like, it's Sunday, right? And she's like, "Yeah, we don't do calls on the weekends." And I was like, "What do you mean you don't do calls on the weekends?" And they're like, "Only if it's an emergency." I'm like, "Well, this constitutes an emergency because I don't have water and I live at a house now and I need water to flush the toilets and all the things you need water for."
Did they lock you out?
Yeah. So when they transferred the ownership they transferred the electricity and the water, they just, remember we had to get pushed back like a week?
Yeah.
I got the closing got pushed back by a week because they were still there. And something with the finance company, they needed some more, they needed more documentation from when I got it was an USDA loan. They needed more receipts and stuff for big movements of money in and out of my account. So I sold a couple of firearms for like the down payment and stuff.
Gotcha.
And I got bills of sales and with the serial number, and then I got a certificate that says like you own this. So they wanted all that submitted, but they didn't tell me until the very end, where they were like working with me, and then. But yeah, the lender was none too pleased with like the bank. He's like, "Hey dude, like this guy, he's supposed to close tomorrow or 2 days from now." And they're like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna have to push the closing a week." So had I closed on my original day, like the 18th or whatever, or the 15th, I would have been in the house and I would have had transferred the electricity and the water. But no, everything dropped dead on like the 18th. So the house didn't have electricity or water for like 4 days until I moved in, and I was like, "Hey, where's the electricity at?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, no dude, it's disconnected." They didn't do a transfer or nothing. I was like, they just discoed it, and they're like, "Yep." And then the water company was being
a pain.
Yeah. No, I got the thing, and they had like a call out on the bill and stuff. It was like, I think it was like $80 to start service, and then there was like a $40 charge for them to come out and start service because it was an emergency or whatever.
Oh God. Mm-hmm. I ran into something like that a couple weeks ago. I was up in Surprise working, and I got a call or a text message from somebody down in Queen Creek, and they're like, "Hey, our water heater won't fire up. We're not getting any gas in it." And I'm like, "Did you check the valves? Make sure the valves are open." They'd just moved in recently. And he said, "Yeah, everything is open. It just won't fire back up. It can't get the pilot light and gas." So I was like, "Oh, let me know. Just send me your address again. I'll buzz down there after this job and just take a look at it again." In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, this house, when I was there, the water heater was almost brand new. I remember it had a sticker on the side of it, very clean. There wasn't any debris on it, but it was in vacation mode. And I was like, interesting. So I turned it up while I was there. It ran. It gave me hot water, and I saw the flame. I always look for the flame because you want to know if it's like discolored, too much blue or too much red. You just want a nice clean flame. But when I went down there, I went to fire it up, and I looked over at his gas valve right next to his water heater, and it was off. And I said, "Hey, your gas valve is off." He goes, "No, I just turned that off just today, just to make sure nothing was leaking. So I went outside and looked at his gas meter, and he was like, no, don't worry about it. I already looked. It's fine. Sure shit. It was locked out. Like, he didn't know that his gas meter was locked out, and he was just sitting there trying to fire up his water heater. And he had just moved in, and I felt bad for him. So he was like, well, what do I owe you? I was like, don't worry about it, man. I was like, this sucks. It's just like bad. So I'll remember always to call ahead and be like, check your disconnect. Check to see if they locked you out. And it was the same instance. They pushed their thing back like a week. And because there wasn't any weak coverage for the utility company, they just shut it off in between, you know, switching ownership, and nobody knew about it. So yeah, that's something I look out for now too. And definitely ask the listing agent before I get there, like, are the utilities on? Usually they're on for the inspection, but every once in a while they're not. But that sucks for you though. I mean, just like moving in and just trying to get water into your house, and you got to sit there, but you got it on Sunday or Monday?
I called them 3 times that day, and I was like, there's no way. Other than they're like, oh no, we can't do anything. And then the second call is, oh no, we can't do anything. And the third call, I was like, listen, I just moved into this house. I need water to wash my clothes and to flush my toilets. Like, you got, like, can I talk to your manager? Like, I hate to be that person. Right. I'm not that. I'm not a, let me talk to your manager, you know? But let me talk to your manager. And I talked to him, and but she's like, hold on. And she put me on hold. And she comes back. She's like, sir, we can do a one-time courtesy thing, so where we can come out and start your service and this and that. And I was like, cool, thank you. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Boop. And they got the bill, and they're like, they charged me for it. So I was like, whatever, I had water, so.
Yeah.
It's good though. It's like, I like my little house. It's not even little, it's a good house.
It's like 1,800 square feet, 16?
Yeah, I think something like that, 1,600?
Yeah.
3 bed, 2 bath.
Yeah, but for you, that's perfect size. You don't have to pay extra to air condition it in the summer. Like you said, it's cool, it stays cool.
All the time, yeah.
It's facing south, so you don't really have any windows facing south. And that's good. You're gonna get a warm garage unless you insulate the door. It wasn't insulated.
No, the door's not insulated. The only room or thing in the house that gets warm is the front closet on the exterior wall. Okay. You know, when you walk in the door, there's the closet behind the front door. I opened that. I was like, why is it so hot in here? And I was like, it's probably because they blew in insulation. They didn't get like the top of it covered super well. Well, and that's where the vents into the attic come, right?
Yeah, gotcha.
So I figured that's what it was, but I was like, I'll probably pay somebody to come out and blow insulation over the top of my garage. I'll insulate the door. And my buddy, he's like, dude, I got 2 brand new mini splits. We'll just put one in the garage. Insulated, air conditioned garage would be mint. That's
what you need, man.
Yeah, definitely out here for sure.
Right. I was thinking you should put in a pit so you can work on cars. Just remember, you have a post-tension slab, I think.
I do, yeah.
I don't think it's your garage floor, so you could probably cut into the garage floor, but you're gonna want somebody out there to check it out before you do anything like drilling into it. Mm-hmm.
If I do anything, they make storage lifts just for cars, where I could put a car in and just raise it up and put another car underneath of it. Right. Or you could work on cars, but I don't think they'd be like super tall enough. I've always wanted something like that, but I don't think the garage ceiling is high enough. I think it's good just as a garage, to be honest. It's like I've always worked out of just a 1-car or 2-car garage on project. Like the truck I built, I built in my mom's garage, which is, it's a 2+, but it's got the cabinets. Yeah. So it's like not really.
You can park in there, but it's hard to open the door because of the cabinets.
You gotta put it all the way up against the cabinets, and then you can open the door. You know what I mean? And then get out and walk around. She was mad, dude. I had my truck in there for like, I think it was almost like 8 months. I pulled it in one day. She was fighting me so bad about it one day, and I don't know why. She was like, so I was just gonna pull the motor out because the motor was blown up, and I was gonna put a new motor in it, and then it was gonna be done.
Yeah.
I was gonna put a new motor in it, but it ended up being pull the motor out, pull the tranny out, pull everything out, pull the diffs out, pull the fuel system out, pull all the wiring out. Like, everything got done, and it was like, now it's done. Done. And it's stupid. It's just, it's way too fast. It's way too loud.
What'd you put in it?
Just did like a 5.3 out of like a Silverado.
Oh, okay.
And I put a big, stupid turbo off like a diesel on it.
Nice.
It's dumb. It's so dumb.
I saw your video where you were rodding it down a
road. Yeah.
That's cool.
I used to have like 400 pounds of weight in the bed, and then you could grab first and grab second, and it would be fine. No, now you hit first, it lights it up, and it starts going like this a little bit. You grab second, and it just starts skating all over the road. It's terrible because it's a pickup truck. There's nothing in the bed now.
It's spinning so fast that the back tires just go crazy.
Yeah, well, yeah. You grab it, and it just, because when it goes into the next gear, it's in the next gear now. Because my buddy built the tranny, and when you hit it, it shock loads of tires and just starts spinning them, and I'm like, let's not do that.
Right.
No bueno.
You're going to go through a lot of money in rubber.
There's a lot of it stuck to the inside of the wheel well now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But, yeah, no, it's a good spot. And it's got a longer driveway, too. I can tandem cars in the driveway.
Yeah.
Like, I have that truck, and then I have my Honda Civic behind it, tandem parked. So, it's pretty good.
How are your neighbors?
Dude, so cool. My next door neighbor is she's a retired, semi-retired. She's like a substitute teacher for the Florence County.
Is that the one we met?
Yeah. That lady we met when we did the inspection. Very, very, very nice. Her son or grandson that lives with her, he's an aerospace welder. So he does a bunch of welding in the garage. He's cool. The people next to me they're an older couple. They're like empty nesters. They have a couple dogs, little tiny dogs. And then the guy that's next to them, he's always every time I come outside, he has his garage door open. He's like 60, I think. And he's just in there, just pumping iron, listening to he's listening to like the Supremes or NWA or like, it's always different. It's always like, he was listening to punk music the other day, and then it was like NWA, and then it was like Motown.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, he's just this jacked old dude. He came over and he's like, he introduced himself to me. And he was a corrections officer forever. He brought me a bottle of whiskey and some cigars, and he's like, "Here, dude, you moved in. Here's some stuff." I was like, "She's like, just let me know how it is." Cool guy, super cool guy.
That's awesome. Might scare off your neighbors if you're too friendly.
I mean, I'm never gonna turn them away. I think it's mostly like I don't really see them. I see the other two or three because they're up when I'm up.
Yeah.
So like noon or whatever during the week, I'm like leaving to go to work. I'll see them and be like, I'll always wave at the guy. He's always in his garage with his dog pumping iron, dude. He's just awesome. Jacked, this old Jack dude, bald head, cool as hell, covered in tattoos.
It's probably good to be friends with somebody like that.
He's cool. He's really, really cool. Him and his wife are super cool. Awesome. But yeah, dude, it's a great neighborhood. There's a dude. The only thing I don't know. We're not allowed. I haven't read I need to read the CCNRs, but there's a dude behind me that has chickens. And he has a rooster. Like, I get you having chickens, like egg-laying chickens, right? Like hens. But, like, he has a rooster, and he only crows at, like, 3 in the morning, like, on the dot every day.
Oh, wow.
3 in the morning, he's like, "Arr."
That'd probably drive me nuts.
I'm like, why is he crowing at 3 in the morning? And it's every day. It doesn't matter when the sun's up, when the sun's down, 3 in the morning. I'm like, is he blind? He must be blind.
Well, he knows when 3 o'clock is, so.
He knows exactly. That's what's weird. He knows exactly when 3 o'clock is.
I don't think we can have chickens here.
I don't think we can either.
Most
but they
HOAs say no, but I don't know if it comes down to city ordinances. If there's nothing written in the HOA CCNRs about it, it comes down to the city.
I gotta do that. I forgot. I have to do that too. I went to go set up my thing to pay him. It's due by the 16th. I gotta go set it up. I tried to set up on the online, and everything. I feel like dealing with the HOA is gonna be a pain in the butt because the website didn't really work. And then I tried to call the phone number, and the phone number was kind of janky. And then I was like, all right, I'll just submit an email. And then the email is kind of sketchy. So I was like, I'm just going to call them today when I get home. I'm going to call and be like, hey, set up my account. I need to pay you guys.
Yeah, don't get behind, man, because the people on the board know everybody that's behind on their payments.
Well, they have a lot of power.
To a point, yeah. I could tell you stories on end. I'm on our board. So that's right. Yeah, so I get to see all the violations. We get 4 pages of people that are, they owe money to the HOA, either for a violation or past dues that they didn't pay, and sometimes they're legit problems. As long as you open a line of communication or find somebody in your neighborhood that's on the board.
I don't think there is anybody. I think it's
really?
It's one of those remote ones. That's why I was like,
oh, that does kind of suck.
It does. That's how my mom's neighborhood is.
Oh.
And we had trouble. So the same truck I was telling you about when I got it all put together and everything, I would park it in a driveway, but I'd park it at the very front because you can tandem park. I would park my car behind it, and I would park the truck in front of it. Right. And then they came and they gave her a notice for in-op vehicle in the driveway. And I was like, no, it's not. You can see the tab on the license plate from the street. I don't know why. It's registered and it's insured.
Oh,
and they're like, oh no, we don't believe. They said they didn't believe us.
Well, what does that matter? If it's registered.
That's what I told them. I was like, well, just tell them. They're like, no, we need evidence. And I was like, evidence of what? They're like, we need proof of like life or whatever. So I sent them
to drive it around.
We sent them a video. Like I pulled the thing out. I was like, are you ready? And I was like, look at the license plate. The license plate says it's good till October of 25. It's July of 23. And like I put the key in, fired it up, and I backed it out of the driveway, drove it down the street, and came back and parked it. And it was just like, it runs and drives like She told the HOA, she's like, it's a race truck. Like he drives it. It's just it doesn't get driven all that often because it's a race vehicle at this point.
HOAs are tough, man.
It is. Some can be not that bad, and some can be really difficult, from what I understand.
Hopefully, you can figure out yours and not get a whole lot of like. Your neighbors is what it comes down to, because if they're a remote agency, they probably have that guy running around in a pickup, rating people up, which he has no, skin in the game because he doesn't live there. He's just paid to write shit up. So that's not how we do it. We have a management company that does manage it, but we have board of directors that kind of tell the manager what to do. Like she'll guide us, the manager, but at the same time, because we're always changing the board of directors, we get 6 of us, couple of us fall off every year and then get some new members. So it's good to have a management company to kind of organize all that stuff, but at the same time, you can't let them get away with it. See, we're having problems with our tree trimming, and we ended up just hiring the landscape company to trim all the trees. Well, they were skinning them basically all the way up to the ceiling, or up to the top canopy of the tree. So it was leaving all the bark exposed to the sun. So we had to hire a tree company to come in, but she wasn't going to do anything about it. Nobody would have done anything about it unless somebody said something about it. So I don't know. I hope there's somebody in your neighborhood that you can just like talk to like, have a face to the HOA, and it's not just some guy driving around.
I'll try to find out. I don't know. I don't even know how I'd find that. Well, once I set up my thing, I'll give them a call and I'll ask them they have to have somebody, you would think, living in the neighborhood, right? Like some kind of either appointed or somebody who volunteered to be part of the board. I would assume.
I would hope so. It's Florence, though. I don't know.
It's tiny.
Small town.
It's funny. It's not even. It is Florence, but it's like County Island. It's not even Florence proper.
Is that right?
So where we were? You got to drive down that one main farm road for like another 6 or 7 miles, make a right, and then go another 4 miles to get to Florence. So it's like 10 miles away at least. Man. But so we're literally in the middle of the county island.
Do you like living down there, though?
It's great. It's quiet. It's really like 10 degrees cooler than everywhere else because the irrigation on the fields. It smells like farm fields. It's great.
Like cow shit or alfalfa?
Like alfalfa.
Okay.
It's cotton. Good. It's cotton on both sides.
Oh, okay.
And then they're developing another neighborhood right next to mine. So like you'll go out and it's right there. They're grading everything. They over X here too, which is weird. It's like, I don't know if everything's built on a shelf or what, but they over X like 5 or 6 feet down, and then they put it back a foot at a time.
Really?
It's weird. I think just because the ground is soft or it shifts too much.
It's expansive. That might be what's down there. I know that some neighborhoods up here, it's expansive. You just get it wet, and so that maybe they're digging the clay out of there and putting some real good foundation dirt down there, packing it in, which is probably a good thing. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of neighborhoods here in Gilbert that have foundation issues because they were built before post-tension slabs, but they were built, around these man-made lakes or something like that where the water soaks in, and it's higher humidity. So you get all these irrigation, drip heads in the backyard or in the front yard, and all that moisture builds up. Everybody likes their shit green. But at the same time, they don't see the cracks that are forming in the walls, the settlement of the concrete in the backyard. It's about management. There is something about a zero-scape yard.
That's me, dude.
Just so you don't have to pay for the water, and you don't cause water damage intentionally or non-intentionally, however you want to look at it. But it wouldn't be natural if you introduced the water. Yeah. Right.
Dude, speaking of water, those storms were crazy.
Did you get hit pretty hard down there?
Dude, it was nuts.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I was like sleeping, and I woke up and I was like, what's that noise? Like just, and I was like, I looked out the window. I was like, oh, it's pouring rain. And then I just went back to sleep, and I woke up and I was like, what? Dude, everything is flooded around here. I drove, dude. I was like, it kind of calmed down. I had to go to work. I got on my Civic and I'm driving, and then I get to the main road and it's just, I don't know, like 3 inches of standing water.
Oh my God.
I was like, this is weird. So I just keep going. And then I get to the other main road and like the center of it's like, you can see the crown and like the center of it's high and then like the rest of it's all full of water. And I was just like, well, we got to go to work. People are like calling off. They're like, no, I can't make it. I
can't drive through water.
I can't drive through the water. Yeah, well, people here are scared every time that happens.
Did you get any hail?
No, not that I know of. Maybe. I don't think so though.
Now you're a homeowner, man. You got to watch out for that. Hail damage your roof or your air conditioner.
I don't believe we got hail. I don't think I got cold enough.
I don't think we got any hail here either. We got a ton of rain and wind, but that was it.
My buddies live in Colorado, and there's like hail season, where like they have just one garage with 2 cars, so they put the nice car in the garage. It's like a Lexus, and they put their Subaru in the garage, but they have like 2 other cars that sit on the driveway. So they put one of those like the mattress toppers, the foam. They doubled it over, and they put it with a tarp, and then they strapped it down to the underside of the car so that the roof of the car wouldn't get destroyed.
Wow.
Dude, I think it was like ping pong ball size hail. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Nuts.
Denver's is it in Denver?
Yeah, near Denver.
So they got weird weather there because of the mountains. You know, you get the plains where all the air comes in, and then the mountains right there that stop everything. So the moist air comes in, and yeah, it can get kind of crazy there.
Windy too.
Yeah.
Super windy.
Yeah. Not as bad as Wyoming, but can get really windy. Yeah, Denver's weird. When I lived there, I lived just outside of Wadsworth, I think, was the street, Littleton. But yeah, it would snow like 2 feet of snow one day, and then the next day it's all gone. Because of the sun. You know, you're mile high, so all the UV just melts everything down, and then it's wet. But I miss it. Denver was cool. Have you ever been to Denver?
Never been to Colorado.
Oh, okay.
No, never been to Colorado.
You gotta go. You gotta go up to the Red Rocks.
I want to go see a bunch of stuff. I can because I work for Allegiant, and it's like, but like most of the places we go is like South Bend, Indiana. I went to South Bend and I saw you fly over Notre Dame. I was like, what is that? Yeah. I didn't even know what it was. I had to look it up. I was like, that's cool. They have a big chocolate factory there in South Bend. But yeah, I need to go see more stuff. I've been to like 26 out of the 50 states. Something like that. Like
south of the country mainly?
Yeah,
Have you been up north?
So like Washington, I've been the whole western seaboard. I've been to Idaho, Montana, Nevada, Utah, Texas, Indiana, Hawaii. Where am I forgetting? Idaho, California, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's like, they'll tell me like, they'll call me up when I'm like sleeping. Hey, what are you doing? I'm sleeping. Hey, we need somebody to go to Fargo. And I'm like, it's December, right? And they're like, yeah. And they're like, we need to go to fix a plane in Fargo.
It's just cold, man.
I bought coveralls.
Did you?
So yeah, I bought coveralls so I can go. And I was like, I'm not going to go without them because that would suck.
Yeah.
But me and my buddy went, and it was crazy.
Yeah.
I've never seen -30 before, dude. That's something different. Like, it's cold.
Yeah, -30 is cold, man. That's like you step outside and you can feel it.
Well, we could, like, without gloves on, or even with, like, just we have the liner and then, like, the big glove.
Yeah.
I had just, like, the liners on, and I was, like, working on the plane for, like, I don't know, 20 minutes, and I was like, oh, dude, I gotta go, like, put my gloves back on and go warm back up. Like, it's way too cold.
It's terrible.
And it's a flight line, so there's nothing. It's a big, flat, open space, and the wind just cuts right through you.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how many layers you got on.
That's the Red River Valley over in Fargo. I'm from the other part of the state, but it gets just as cold. It's humidity is probably what makes it worse by Fargo because it's always humid down there because of the river. Minnesota's kind of like that too. It's just humidity just cuts right through you. But,
The Great White North is wild, dude.
yeah.
I'm definitely a southern southwest boy.
Yeah.
Because all that's beyond me.
Well, hey man, it just
Yeah.
does your fingers in.
We went to Great Falls, Montana too during the winter. It was like, I think it was like November late November. And I was like, man, it's gonna be so cold. I brought my Carhartt and it was like, it wasn't even that bad. It was like unseasonably warm for them. They're like, oh, it's like high today. And I was like, how high is it? And they're like, oh, it's like 41. And I'm like, that's the high today? And they're like, yeah. And I was like, dang. I mean, it gets cold at night, but they're like, yeah, dude, it's unseasonably warm right now. It should be like in the teens.
Yeah.
I'm like, not for us. We had a door that we had to go fix, and then we flew it home. But we had to fly down and around the Rockies because we flew it home unpressurized.
Oh, that's right. You were telling me about that.
Yeah. So the door was kind of janky. So we had to pressurize it, and they're like, the door is leaking, so we can't pressurize it. We can't fly people on it other than us. So we went from basically Canada. They flew all the way down past the Rockies down to the Mexican border, and then all the way back up through, the bottom part of New Mexico and Texas, and then up to Arizona. And I was like, it was like a 7-hour flight, dude. Wow. When normally it's like you just fly direct, and you can fly at 37,000 feet or whatever, and you can be moving, and you can get there in like 2.5 hours.
Right. You guys would have froze to death out there.
It wasn't bad. We got there, we're like trying to do the thing, like fix the door, and the pilots are like, hey, what are you guys doing? We're like, oh, we're gonna do this and that, and they're like, okay, we're gonna go grab lunch. Well, they went and grabbed lunch, and then they were like, dude, we're gonna time out, and like a little bit. They grabbed lunch, and then we're like, hey, where's the pilot? Where's the flight crew at? Like, we're pretty good to go. And they're like, nah, they timed out. You guys are gonna have to stay. So we stayed, and then we went bar hopping in downtown Great Falls, which there's the Sip and Dip, which is it's a Mermaid bar. There's a big tank around the entire inside of the bar. There's live music, and there's a mermaid that swims around, and she'll go over the top, and she'll like throw stuff at people. It's crazy.
That's awesome.
In Montana.
In Montana. That is weird for Montana.
Strange. Yeah. But that's like the big thing in Great Falls is that and like all the river and like all the outdoor stuff. But like for city life, that's it. The Sip and Dip. That's what we got.
Sip and Dip. That's great. There's always that restaurant in Denver that everybody talks about going to where they dive off cliffs. Have you ever heard about that? It's kind of the same concept. That's what brings everybody in there. It's not mermaids, but it's cliff divers. And they have like a 2 or 3 story indoor like cliff diving area where all the restaurant chairs are like wrapped around this big cliff, and then they just have people going up and diving down into the water while you eat. I forget the name of it, but it's a pretty cool place. I've been there a few times.
That's crazy.
If I remember, it was getting kind of dated when I was there before. I'm not sure if it's still open or not. I think it was in an old strip mall that was kind of like.
Oh, that's Casa Bonita, the pink one. Casa Bonita.
Yeah.
They renovated it really recently. So what's his name from South Park bought it?
Oh, Trey Parker?
Yeah, Trey Parker and Matt Stone. I think they made episodes about it, Casa Bonita.
Really?
Yeah, but they renovated it.
I didn't know that.
They spent something like $40 million on the renovation.
Oh my God.
It's insanity. Yeah,
they're going to have to bring in Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez.
I think he only went there like 2 or 3 times afterward to because it's like its own thing now. But yeah, I want to go there. It's a big pink building with the fountain and everything in the front.
Okay. Yeah, they must have done some renovations. It was pretty boring walking into it before, but it was like this super long line, like you zigzagged around just to get in. Yeah, I'd go back to it now.
I'd be down.
That'd be cool. Well, man, thanks for stopping by today and chit-chatting about one thing or another,
Oh, yeah.
Where'd you get your shirt from?
Dude, Kingman, Arizona. So every time I stop at if I take a road trip anywhere, I'll stop at the Harley Davidson dealership, the local one, and I'll get one. This one's it's off Route 66. It's in Kingman. So I think it says Mother Road on the back of it.
Yep, Mother Road, Kingman, Arizona.
Yeah, they all got their own little names. Like there's one in, was it Idaho? So I went to, it was the Pullman Moscow Regional Airport, which is on the border of Washington and Idaho. and it's right on the Snake River. And there's one called like Death Valley Harley Davidson. So I went in there and I was like, hey, can I get a t-shirt? And the lady's like, don't you want one of these? And it was like a picture, like she had like, not like headshots, but like headshots, like mini. And I was like, she was like an older lady. And I was like, no, I think I just want a t-shirt. Thanks.
She was trying, man.
No.
She was trying to upsell you.
They tried to sell me a brand new Harley Davidson, you know, as you do when you go to a Harley dealer. And they're like, oh yeah, it's a good deal. It's a good deal. It's only 21,000. And I'm like,
21K.
For a Harley Davidson, for a motorcycle, $21,000. And so they had like a scratcher ticket for you to, and if you get like so many things on the scratcher ticket, you get every one you get is like 1,000 off. So I got like 3 of them. And they're like, oh yeah, 3,000. And the general manager comes out, I'll double it. So they're like,
of course,
6 G's off a $20,000 bike. Still is a $14,500 motorcycle.
Why don't you just sell it as a $14,000 motorcycle?
You don't need that. Yeah. I don't. Right. It was cool, but I don't need it. Well, hey man, thanks for inviting me over. I appreciate it.
Take care, man.
Yeah.